Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is September the 8th, 2022 and it's noon. We're joining back today to do the kickoff of yet another amazing quilt by Donna Robertson, and this one is going to be called Evergreen. And we've got several of you sewing along, and Teresa Louise is not with us today. She's doing some self-care with a mammogram, and she's kicking off her journey and getting business taken care of ahead of time. But she will be back next week while I'm away, and she'll be joining Courtney over on their channel. Over on Courtney's channel. Whoa, there's... Whew. So, with all that being said, I'm going to slip into the chat court, unless you want to tell them hello real quick.
Hey, everybody.
So, Lana, hello, sweetheart. Katie D, welcome. Joe the Tech Guy, good morning, my love. Yo, Patty G, hello. Courtney and Teresa. Amy, hello, everyone. Have all my fabric cut and am marking the HST. Super excited to make this one. I'm using hiking and camping fabric. That is going to be so stinking cool. Linda Bias, hello, everyone. From a very rainy UK. Oh my goodness. Thanks for joining us though. Susie, hello from Kentucky. Janet, hi, midnight here in Western Australia. Thank you, darling, for staying up with us. I just need to try to remember that there's that 12-hour difference. And I apologize, but I'm so thankful and blessed that you're joining. Kelly Cruises and Crafts, good morning, everyone. And Ingrid, hello, ladies. So with all of that being said, Courtney and I are at different stages, and we've all three talked about it. Since I'm not going to be here next week, they graced me with the opportunity that I could speed sew and get ahead of you guys. That way, when we are ready, we will all finish at the same time. I will not be sewing on this project next week, so I'm ahead this week. So with that being said, what fabrics are you using, Courtney?
I am using, let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. This white with a polka dotted green of each.
That is going to be stinking adorable. And I've opted to go with super scrappy and pull all from my scraps for this one. So when I say it's going to be scrappy, you can take it to the bank. It's going to be scrappy. But I just wanted to try something different. So this is going to be my shades of green for my tree. It's going to be scrappy. And let me move that aside so I don't get boogered up here. And this is what it's all going to look like together. It's a deep burgundy, and then I went with just the basic light. It's like a off-white. So that's going to be my color theme for this go around. I would tell everybody that's sewing along in this one thing that I did learn is on fabric 3. It says cut 1 and 1 4.5 inch with a fabric strip for assembly B. You will not need to do that. So if you've not already cut that, you're not going to use it. So I just wanted to let y'all know. So if you end up with extra, it's okay. I'm going to show you how to do a real cool scrappy binding at the end. Let me slip back to the chat real quick, and then we're going to get busy sewing. I stopped at Ingrid. Janine, hello, darling, and welcome. Susie, I'm working on a quilted fabric phone cover. That's going to be cool. I have a Handmade by Ying Let's Share page, so feel free to join that. I'd love to see everyone's projects throughout the week to see what we're all doing. That would be amazing. Ingrid, hello. Janine, let me see. Susie, I'm working on the phone cover. Del Marie, hi from Northern California. June, hello. I am eager to see how all your quilts turn out. It's just fun. I like scrappy. I'll use regular fabric lines, but if it's something like this my first time doing this one scrappy, so we shall see. Shelly Moyer, hello everyone. Sorry I'm late. You're never late. So glad to finally catch you live. I am too, doll. I'd love to see ya. Oh my goodness, my swap partner for this go around with Lisa Marie is in the house. Hello, Donna and everyone. My first time here and welcome, doll. Susie, Gabbard, Scrappy always comes out so pretty. Janet, just up late and keeping up with what's happening with Queen Elizabeth. You're going to have to type in and let me know what's going on. I haven't watched the news in days. I've been kind of busy getting ahead of myself on several projects because I'm going to be away a bit, so I'm working ahead.
Was that over in England?
Yes.
Oh, the Queen's sick.
Oh, Joe just told me the Queen's sick. I didn't know and I'm sorry.
They called the whole family in.
Tried to get this book, but all the sites said only shipping from the U.S. Linda, shoot me an email and I might be able to help you out. So it's Donna at handmadebying.com. Courtney, I think I've got that in a link. If you could drop it, that would be helpful. Let me see. Melina, good morning. All you lovely peeps. So with all that being said, I'm going to show you my tree block. It's kind of neat. So when I say I'm doing scrappy, I'm going scrappy. So I already have these blocks done. She's very ill. All the doctors have grave concerns. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. The Queen is sick and all the family are rushing to be at her side. Oh, my. Lynn, that happened with Canada, too. We have to get our American friends to buy stuff and then send us. Absolutely. And I don't mind doing that.
Yeah.
If that's going to help, absolutely. But anyway, I'm going to show you a couple of my trees just for something different. You ready? Da-da-dum.
There you go.
Now, is that not...
Right there. Right there.
I made scrappy all the way. And when it's all quilted up and everything's together, I think it's going to be really stinking cute.
And she put the Christmas bulbs on their trees for you guys.
Yep, I decorated
Oh, pretty.
last night. I decorated the trees and then I just used the ribbon and tacked it down. So when I do quilt it, I'm going to have to be a bit careful so I don't rip it out. But every one of them's different. And I had fabric that had the bulbs on it. So I sat and put interfacing on it last night. And a stabilizer and cut them out and then they're tacked in.
Everybody is saying they love your scrappy tree.
That is definitely going to be the scrappiest adventure that I've ever done. So when I say I'm going scrappy, guys, I'm going scrappy. Let me see. Kelly Cruz, Lynn, that happened with Canada. I'll absolutely help anyone in Canada. Absolutely. There's ways around that. So if you need help getting the book, all you got to do is email Courtney or email myself and we can help you out with that. Lynn, that happens with Canada too. Absolutely. There's ways that we can help.
The Mary is my swap group from Cotton Cuts. And so here's the pattern it's going to look like when it's done.
That's your
But it's
evergreen.
gonna be all scrap.
That's your evergreen. Court, you're showing me the evergreen.
Yeah, for the subscriber.
Oh. I thought you said cotton cuts, and I was like, babe, that's not cotton cuts.
No. The Mary asked what the whole pattern's going to look like.
Oh my goodness! I thought we messed up.
No, that's my cotton cut partner.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yes, I do have a channel too. So she didn't know.
Absolutely. I love the scrappy trees, sports Christmas trees. That's going to be cool. Love it, Donna. What does the whole pattern look like, Del Marie? She's already showed you that. Hello at the guy who sews. So if you want to drop his link, that would be great. Del Marie, thank you. Courtney, and That's a fun pattern. You can do whatever you want with them and make them your own, and that's what makes it fun. Let's get sewing. So my trees are done, and I'm working on my blocks. I've already sewed my strips together, and this is what the blocks will look like. I haven't pressed them out, but what I'm going to recommend is when I was laying them together, you're going to want to, it says you can just press them to the left on one and press them to the right. You're going to want to press your seams open on this one, and there's a reason, and I'll show you when I get to that. It's going to make a humongous difference when you're joining these seams, because there's going to be a lot of bulk at those corners because of the HSTs. So trust me when I tell you, on this one in particular, just iron them open. What I generally do is I'm going to nest here, and I'm going to pin at each intersection. Absolutely. Thanks for paying the rent, y'all. I greatly appreciate it. So last night, I was on the line with Courtney. I'm just going to talk about something else while we're sitting here. That way I can just get the gabbing. And I was like, okay, I'm going out of town. Normally, I would use A, B, and C in my bathroom items. So I was like, I don't have anything made up yet, and everybody likes to tweak out their own stuff. So I have a flat iron, I have a curling iron. So I made little holders for them. And here in a minute, I'll show you. It was so stinking easy. I drew it out on a piece of paper what I wanted, went down and measured the size I needed, and sat here and was thinking about how I was going to get my cord and all that. And while we were talking, I just started measuring and cutting. And within 15 minutes?
Yeah.
That, it came together easy peasy. So, let me get this block sewn in, and I'll stretch over here and I'll snag it because I think they're stinking cute. So easy to make. And I am definitely going to do a video on them at some point. But I just wanted to show you, all of us girls have a curling iron or a curling wand or a flat iron. This pattern is going to be just so stinking easy.
Amy has a question for you.
Amy, are you
saying
saying to
all
press
the seams open or just the 9-patch block?
on just the 9-patch? The tree, you're going to want to do it left and right like it says. But on the 9-patch, where you're joining, like the first row, go ahead and press them in their direction. But where you're joining the 3 long sections here, this row and this row, after you've got this row sewed, and this row sewed. When you're joining it together on this one only, press it open. And it's going to make your block lay so flat. And you're going to thank me later. Hold on, I got to stretch here, and I know I didn't take them downstairs. I got to move the hot iron so I don't burn my bum. I'm looking for those curling wand holders that I made last.
Okay, we'll see you later, Sean.
No. I didn't take them downstairs. They're here somewhere in this disaster. I don't know. Nope, they've got to be on that half the room. So I don't know. As soon as he locates them. What did it say? The guy who says got to get back to work, but hope to be back later. Be right back. Need nose spray. Janine, I gotta be the oddball. I don't have any of those hairstyling appliances. I wash the hair and let it air dry as always. You know, it is what it is. Mine gets like frizzy if I don't at least flat iron it. And I think it's the Indian from my mother's side. It gets squirrely. So I've got to flatten it or curl it a little bit.
Hey, Marie.
See if you laid it on top. Take those and lay them back on the other rack. And see if they're laying there. I don't know. I'm starting to dream I made them.
No, you made them. I put the buttons on.
Oh, I know. They're not on the long arm?
I don't know.
And when you're doing your intersections, as we all do, we need to pin those so that way everything comes out and all your intersections are lined up. In between, I always go ahead and starch. That way my block is going to lay really flat. But Amy, this is what I'm showing you, sweetheart. These are going to go your left. This one's going to go to your right. And then these are going to come open. And your block is going to lay really flat and make sure that you're pinning. I have no idea either. The strangest stuff happens around here. That's the scrap fabric. Then bring it here. Maybe it got folded there. Oh, never mind. Joe found them. Okay, this is what one of them looks like. And it's got a green on the inside. And then it's got the snap. And this came together in like 5 minutes. And the cord, my curling instrument of choice will go in there. And then the cord will just be snapped right there. Easy peasy. I can put it away hot now and don't have to wait forever. Then I made one for my flat iron and it had to be a bit wider because it just opens. Same thing, but I decorated the inside with the universal fabric. I just thought it was something neat. So now that I've lost them once, I'll put them over there and I'll misplace them again. He's going, yep. I've got little stacks of whatever. I've got little stacks of what I need to pack tonight for my trip tomorrow, and then I've got other stacks of what I need to pack for retreat. So 2 trips in less than a week, 2 different bags getting packed. So bear with me. But this one here is going to go in my living room, I believe. When it comes time to decorate for Christmas, just give it a little touch of Christmas in there.
I wish I could decorate for Christmas, but I can't with 2 cats and 3 dogs that want to trample over the tree.
Oh, no. I bet your daughter's like, what? Hello, everyone from South Greenland. Hello, Katie. Linda Bice, nice, Donna. What you making, Donna? This is so cool. We're doing the 3-yard quilt by Donna Robertson. And we're doing the one called Evergreen.
Yeah.
All 3 of us ladies are using separate fabrics. Teresa Louise is going with standard fabric. Courtney is pulled from her stash. Do you want to show yours?
Yes, do that. I can keep it, stay.
It's going to look stinking gorgeous. Then I've opted to make mine a bit scrappy. So I'm using all different shadings of green because I had leftover 2.5 inch. So I'm just using up from my stash. And then I'm going with this color, burgundy. So I'm just going to show you one so I can get back to sewing. But I put little bulbs on mine and a little bit of the ribbon just to tweak it out a little bit. I have to go now. Bye, everyone. Good night, Kelly. I've been working on a 2-week beach trip, the suitcase, the sunscreen, the beach towels. Lucky duck, the beach is my happy place. I would live on a beach in a heartbeat.
Two.
I only see 2 people in the video. You mentioned Teresa. Where's she at? She took today, and when she called her doctor when we were talking about mammograms, she wanted to get scheduled, and they were able to schedule her for today. So she took today for some self-care, as we're going to be pushing out a lot of information about breast cancer awareness. So if we're going to preach it, we need to do it, and she's taking some self-care and getting hers done and out of the way. So she will be next week on with Courtney on her channel.
On Courtney's channel, Pieces, Love, and Quilting.
Yep. And the girls will have a grand old time. I love Donna Roberts in the Fabric Cafe. I've made 3-yard quilts, but never the Evergreen. This one is so, I say it every time I do her patterns. This one is so stinking cute. The only thing I have honestly found with this one is you have to change the way that you're doing your seams if you want it to lay flat on your 9 patch. And then you don't need the full yardage that she says to cut for an extension piece. You don't need it. I ended up with 2 extra blocks that I'll probably just, I'm going to go ahead and make them just because I've already got it cut. And they're going to go into my orphan block pile, and someday, like I cleaned my orphan blocks out today and everything I had went to Beth of Goody Goods. Joe stopped at the post office this morning and got those out to her to help with some projects that she's got going on. For one's for the child. I can't remember. Was it a boy or a girl? I believe it was a girl, but don't quote me. And then Patty G's husband for that fundraiser. So we're all going to support each other, and I mailed her off a significant amount and told her they're all different sizes. Work them in however she wants. Do whatever she wants with them, and whatever she can't, let the kids cut on them or play with them. Or she can make something scrappy and just use it for a play quilt. Quincy, a 3-year-old little girl. Okay, I knew there was a child, but I sent some child blocks that would look really cute added. But I didn't realize how many orphan blocks I had, and there's probably enough to make a full quilt. But there's all different sizes, so whatever she does, they're going to bless someone, and I don't have them here, so that makes it a little more space for me to start adding for the next batch that's going to go out. Thank you for sharing the name. I know she said leukemia, and that just resonates. Anytime a child's sick with anything, whether it be a broken bone or whatever. And let me see what else. So what are you going to be doing while I'm away, girl? How many videos you got to do?
3,
You say you're going to stay busy.
4, 5, 6, 7.
7, but that's nothing.
One week.
I know, right?
4 in 2 weeks.
That is busy bee, busy bee.
Well, especially out this week, I had Monday, Wednesday, and then Thursday morning, Thursday evening, Friday afternoon, and Saturday.
Absolutely.
Oh, and I will be with Sean on Saturday's live.
Yes, so make sure you guys tune in there. She's going to be with him in the morning on the live, and then he's going to head down to Virginia and hook up with Becca and I at the quilt show.
Hope you don't get that poor man in trouble.
We would never get him in trouble. His wife's going to be there.
You and Becca, though, he's in trouble right now. I can tell you that before he ever gets there.
Can you believe this, man? He says, Becca and I, Virginia will never be the same when I come home. He thinks I'm real rowdy or something.
No, not you, Becca.
Oh, it's all Becca. I like the way you think. Is he not something? I hope to God she's not watching. She's going to come through here and whack them all. Let me see.
I
Love
can
the
get
beach.
sleep.
I'm
over there
taking
when
my
people say
EPP projects. That's going to be fun. Memoirs, hello, darling, and welcome.
so. I am in the process of making my hexies, and you'll eventually see a jar back here behind me with 2 different sizes. As you see, her little hexies are right behind her. We're doing some hexie projects later on.
Yeah, she's going to teach me. It's, you can teach an old dog new tricks, and she's going to teach me.
I love doing EPP. I just haven't been very attentive to it right now with my schedule.
Honey, we have busy lives.
Yeah, between school volunteering.
Yes, absolute. So I've already got my blocks done, but this is where I follow the directions, and you're going to end up with 2 bonus blocks. And your bonus blocks are going to be your 9 patch. So I might go ahead, and I'm either going to throw these into my scrap, and I'm going to call Beth and find out. She might want them to add in. And if she does, I'll just drop these in a regular envelope today at some point and just go ahead and get them out to her. But we'll see.
Does it have to be a certain size?
She asked for 10.5, just like the traveling quilt. But she's gonna take any size and build off of it. Because I told her I had a significant amount, but I don't have the time available to build them up. And she said send them, so she got them. Well, they're in the mail. They're in transit. Hello, Sandra Kay. How are you, darling? And welcome.
I have considered changing my time on my long arm Friday.
What time are you going to think about?
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
or 7
a.m.
Yeah.
You know there is 2 6s in a 24, right?
Yeah, I said 6 a.m.
I know. I'm not used to seeing you up that early.
Well, I don't want to have to fight between everybody else's times, and maybe it would help a little bit. It would be like a coffee long arm day.
I love the way you think. Joe says now he's going to have to set his alarm because he normally sleeps till 7. But you can catch me to help you at 6 because I'm already up. I get up 4:30, 5 o'clock every day.
Yeah. It's just that so that you guys have more time. It'd be like a morning wake up. Get my coffee, or your drink, whatever you drink. We talk about the long arm, and I'll work on the long arm. It'll be like a
coffee chat.
Yeah.
Bring the coffee. I like that.
Like I did today. I brought some coffee. It may not be hot coffee because it's 90 degrees outside today.
Yeah, my coffee's never hot by the time I get to it.
I got mine.
Hey, Chloe. Welcome, darling. Okay, let me read Amy's. Leukemia is so scary. I have bad cells in my bone marrow that have been checked every 3 months to make sure that it stays stable. I've been stable for 3 years, knowing that it's a smoldering, makes you nervous. Absolutely. I know since I had cancer, every time you go for a test, it's like, is this the time when you pull the trigger? It's going to be positive again. And it's just a sad, scary way we have to live. Now that school is back in session, I'm up at 4:45, Janine. Memoirs is telling everybody hello. Sorry if she missed anyone. Sorry to hear that at Amy C. Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter, they're telling her hello.
Yeah, it's scary, especially if your family member has cancer. Not just leukemia. I could tell you, I remember from what I was told. I don't remember him because my birthday is the day before this anniversary.
Aww.
And he had lung cancer. It was really scary in life. That was my mom's best friend.
Absolute. It's scary.
That's why I'll be talking to my doctor to see if it's time to start my mammogram. To see
Yeah.
what they say.
You need a baseline. Even if they say it's every 5 years because you're clearing your age, you need a baseline.
Yeah.
And if you've never had one, there's no experience like going to the doctor being groped. Then you go to a machine and be squished, but it's a lifesaver.
But it's a, like, just besides cancer, you also have to think about your mentality to make sure you're prepared to go through that. Because you never know when you're gonna, if you start yourself with the baseline, you're gonna prepare your mentality to know what to do, how to. You make sure you're prepared and everything.
Yep. I'm just a stacking and a slapping stuff today.
Yeah. I just got through my HSTs. I'm just pressing them right now.
Now, how do you trim down your HSTs, Court?
I have to find my big one, but I have what is called a block lock ruler. So where my finger is, this piece right here will line up against your fabric, and I'll put one on it. So like if I'm going to go for a certain size, you're going to slide that right up into your fold.
Mm-hmm.
And then you trim down to the size you want. I still can't find my 6.5.
I'm telling you what,
Do that one.
when you introduced that to me, it was a total game changer. I am so thankful.
Found it and I just fell in love with it. And I wouldn't change it the way I've been doing it.
No, I love it now that I've used it. I got it, and I told Joe just one more ruler, just one more. And now I won't need the others. I just love it. I like my HSTs to come out. I'm always saying perfect, but nothing in life is. But as close to perfect as I can get them. And I just love the way that it's so easy.
Yeah, and you're not having to put tape on your rulers.
Absolute. So
because after so long in life of your ruler, if you take them off or on, even with painter's tape, I've had 4 or 5 rulers I've gotten rid of because the lines are gone. Like this one's about to go out if I can't see the lines and numbers.
Mm-hmm.
That's how bad I use them a lot.
Absolute. Let me see here. Trying to catch up to where we were.
Yes.
Prayers to Amy C. that your test turns out well. Lana, I had to find my 3-year Christmas book and get my fabrics. Amy C., you just get so stressed about it. As long as it's stable, I'm safe. I have to go get bone marrow biopsies in November and just can't help but think about it. Most likely it'll be fine forever. We're going to be praying for you, girl. It's never a fun adventure. Like I said, every time you go for a lab or a test of some sort, it's like you never know when they're pulling that trigger. Is that going to be the positive? I'm with you on that, Donna. Partner has had 2 cancer scares. I had breast cancer and 5 years after that, thyroid cancer. So I get it. Let me see, memoirs. Sorry to hear that you have to live like that, Amy. Praying for you for memoirs. Love my block log. I'm telling you what, it's a game changer. Once she told me about it and showed me, that's why I was like pointing that out. It's so important to share what we're learning. Thank you all. I appreciate the prayers. Chloe Morgan, it must be stressful to worry.
It is.
It is. You never know what tomorrow is going to bring.
That's why I always tell my kid, don't take granted for life. But you need to always remember to say I love you to your family members and to make sure you say good night, see you in the morning. Even if you don't know in life, because God can make plans before you know.
Absolutely.
Here's my big one.
Now, which size is that? The 6.5?
Yes.
So that's the next size I need.
Yeah.
Tell Papa.
Here you go, Papa. More money.
Donna, what part of the world does your accent come from? See, I don't hear an accent at all. Everybody says that.
It's the way the camera changes our voices. In real life, our voices may be different than what the camera's.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people say I sound like I'm from New York or Jersey or all over the place. But thank you for picking up on it. I don't hear it myself, but my kids hear it sometimes. And then Sunday we're going to be back. I'll be back once tonight with Kristen Hubert of Scrap Fabric Love for a little sit and sew. So if anybody's free at 4:30, feel free to hop on if you've got questions for her. That would be great. Joe's going to drop the link in the description box. And it's just going to be just girl time to sit and chat. Nothing fancy. I've also, Tracy over at the Sewing Channel, she is spearheading on the content creators side of the house, basically. It's called Dress a Girl. So if you go to my community tab, there's these little tiny girls all over the world that need dresses. We have a lady that's in Gaithersburg, Maryland, who's an ambassador for this program. She reached out to Tracy, and several content creators are going to jump in on, we're going to make dresses and do as many as we can. And the goal is, if we can do one, it's great. Two would be fabulous. But just do what we can. You have to follow the guidelines and sew along. And Tracy's going to do her video to show the 3 different dress styles that she's gotten together. And then I'm going to watch her video, and then I'm going to do it on my channel, and we're going to just see how it turns out. So that's just going to be something to look forward to. We're only going to have a 2-week turnaround on these dresses, per se. The deadline, I believe, was the 1st of October to get them to the lady in Gaithersburg, which is quite a tight time frame. So I've got enough in my stash. I have no problem doing it. It's just I've never made a dress, but I'm willing to give it a go. So we shall all see how that's going to turn out.
How about
Okay,
this girl has made 2 dresses.
Let me see. You sound more like someone from South, Donna, especially since you use terms like darling, honey, sugar, and forgot what else I've heard you use. I lived in the South for quite a bit, so that's probably where that came from. Donna, I love your accent. Thank you, Lana. I hear West Virginia accent, but I'm an Appalachian woman. People claim I have an accent, but I don't hear it either. I know, right? But for several years I lived in Virginia. Went to college, and maybe I picked it up there. I don't know. So what was you saying, love?
I've made 2 dresses for my baby.
Well, this is going to be interesting. So if you would like to join me when Tracy shoots me that pattern, it's supposed to be a quick sew.
I will try, but my first 2 dresses weren't the best, but my kid loved them.
She said it's kind of like making a pillowcase, and at the top you're just going to yoke the neck and put the straps on. So we shall see.
Yeah.
I'm willing to, if it's helping anybody, I'm all in.
Janine says, well, y'all have a good day. Gotta go take the kiddos home from school.
So you're ditching us. I see how you roll. Have a good day, sweetheart.
I hope to see you tonight, too.
Absolute. I love our girls. They're sweethearts.
we love that you guys come and support us as we create and bring knowledge and anything else that we learn to give to you.
Absolute. Every day's an adventure, and we're learning as we go.
I can tell you, I go back through some videos for long arming, and I'll find something I didn't catch before.
Absolutely.
What is very awesome about having the world is I didn't know that first, but I caught something else, and we can teach ourselves.
Absolutely. Now I'm learning a lot on the long arm from you and Memoirs. Beth she uses a lot of the digital. You guys are using a lot of the free motion. You do the ruler work, and that's one of my favorites. And I love pantograph. Oh, it's my favorite.
I don't use pantograph. Half the time I will use my computer, but most of the time I use free motion.
Right. Janine, you have a wonderful day, beautiful.
She says she'll try.
Well, she just needs to. No trying about it.
Yes.
Power of positivity, right?
Yes, it's all about. Part of the reason I started YouTube is to bring out the positivity that I bring into my daughter's school, to also bring out to the world, to remind you guys that we need to put positive out there and kindness.
Absolutely. In the world we live in today, kindness, the simplest act, makes a difference. So we shall see how this is going to come together. So you guys are going to have to let me know what you think of this one.
I started to find the binder.
Do what, love?
I started to find the binder for my pattern.
Now, when you're doing a new pattern, do you read it through or do you just start with the cutting? I read it through several times. Before.
Once I cut, and then I will read through. But sometimes I always keep the pattern right by my side.
Absolute. You learn a lot doing it that way.
And plus, I'm doing multiple projects. I kind of forget which sizes go to which blocks.
No. Never. Are you telling me how busy you are? My busy girl.
That's part of the reason why I want to finish my UFOs and try to get them out so that I am not trying to do too many at once.
Absolute. Looks like it comes together so fast. It does. Ladies, gotta run. Love you all. We love you too, sweetheart. And thank you for popping in. Can't leave those kiddos at school. I don't know why. Don't they like it?
At least I don't have to worry about my kid today.
I look at the pictures, then read it. Absolutely. I look at the pictures, and then I read the pattern through, and then I pull my colors, what I think is going to work or whatnot. Then I'll set it on the project tray for a day or so, because you got to make sure that's what you really want before you start cutting. But this time I talked to Court and Teresa, Louise, and I was like, seriously, do you guys mind if I do one? I want it to be really, really scrappy. And they're like, do what you want. It's yours. Oh my goodness. Did I tell you Teresa Louise got the last one? She got it.
She did?
Yeah, I was live yesterday and missed her live. So I always go back through and watch my regular channels at bedtime. And I was watching it and I was like, she was talking about she didn't know I was going live, and I didn't know she was. She was going live to talk about it. And it was just so neat. And she was so excited. You're going to have to catch the video. She
I
really,
will have to do that.
yeah, she knew it was coming. Just speed through till you see her stand up. And she was just talking to her subscribers, and it was just so darling. And when she just looked in that screen and said, "Nobody's ever sent me a quilt before. I quilt. It's not for me to quilt." It was just, I sat there with tears running down my face. She loved it.
That's good.
Yo, Patty, you moved Teresa to tears. Happy tears. Absolutely. I think it's great you're doing a scrappy one. It's good to show you don't have to use the 3-yard same fabric for the same 3-yard patterns. Absolutely. Yep, Donna watched her this morning. She was so. I'm just glad she liked it, even though she was on watching the video. She didn't realize until when she was able to join us at the end, because it meant so much to me to make sure she got that one, because life throws you curves sometimes, and the poor kid was stuck out in the wilderness per se, with her husband's truck broke down at week 1. Then week 2 and 3, life happened and she couldn't join us. So then I was just like, she picked this. And I asked Court, I said, "Do you mind if I give it to her?" And she goes, "No, do what you want." So when she came on that day, at the end, I was like, you know, "This is yours." And she says, "Oh, I know I picked it, but I didn't get to make it." And I said, "No, what I'm telling you is it's yours. It's coming in the mail." So we mailed it the next day, and it was just so darling to see the excitement, even though she knew it was coming. It's good to, I think it's good you're doing a scrappy one. I already read that. Yep, Donna watched her this morning. She was chuffed. Yes, Teresa Louise did get it, and she was still crying. She loved it. It just, that, I always show her, like, some of my fabrics, or I show Courtney, this is what I'm thinking. And it's always good to have that second opinion, because what I pull, Joe's going to say, "Honey, yeah, that'll look good." And then 9 times out of 10, what he picks does. But then there's that one time I want to do something I'm not sure. So then I go to the girls who are used to seeing scrappy stuff. So I thought, boy, I'll just give this a go. So when she was messaging me back and forth about the fires and stuff out there, and it just breaks my heart that she's living like that right now, and it's scary because you never know what's happening.
That's why you don't
Plus,
make
that whole time, Teresa's husband, yes, the whole time he was in AFib. And I'm glad you sent Teresa that quilt, so special. I just love her like a bonus sister. You know, God brings people into your life for a reason and some for a season. And she's touched my life in more ways than she could ever imagine. And I wasn't catching on right to her project bag, and she knew I needed it, and I'd ask her, when she does them again, let me know. So she said she was going to do it. Mine come out like 2 inches short at the top, which it's still lovely. I'm still going to use it. But that's going to become my hexy one. And she was just so pleasant. "Well, sure, Donna, I'll do that." And she did. So when we got off, before we got offline, it was so darling. I said, "Teresa Louise, why does mine not measure like yours?" And she goes, "Hold it up." And I did, and it looked like hers, but it was just that much shorter. So she goes, "If you want, when we get offline, I'll look at it and we'll walk you through another one." Well, I already had 3 cut up because I was so excited. When she says project, I'm all in. So I already had them all cut up and waiting on her. So the whole time she's sewing and I'm sewing, and I got 2 done while we were live. Not live, but private sewing. And it was just so cute. They come out exactly the way that she was demonstrating. And she's, "I honestly don't know what you did the first time. All I can figure is I must have miscut my fabric. I had to have. Because normal doesn't happen like that, you know?" So I just don't know.
things happen. But the next project we do, you like project bags. Eventually, it kind of gets better.
Absolute. I don't want to join this together yet. I want to have something to do when you guys are together. I just started going and I was like, no, I've got to stop.
Yes, you do.
No, I'm not going to sew it together. But I can show you, right?
Yeah.
This is what my
I
rows
have
are
it.
looking like. And I've got my rows done, but the next time we come together, we'll be doing the actual piece then.
Yeah.
So I've got this far, and I wasn't even thinking court when I started. I was like, I can just
It's
buzz
okay.
right in.
Ugh.
And I just think they all look so stinking pretty. And this one came together quite fast, to be honest.
Yeah. I will be in that position if I wasn't so busy trying to take care of my health first.
Honey, I only worked ahead because you guys gave me permission.
Yeah. But I usually get hair.
Do I?
I'm usually the one that's always up there in the
Once in a while, you can let an old broad get ahead of you, right?
yeah.
All right. So it's okay.
Mary says that looks good. Great.
So this will now go into my tray and await the assembly.
Right now I'm just trimming the blocks.
And this is the 2 blocks extra that I have left after doing it.
You could just add them to the back.
I could do that. Or make
Because
pillow.
if you think about it.
Ooh, pillow. Toss pillows.
Yeah.
Toss pillows at Papa. What should we finish before next Thursday? What you want to get it to where you're at the 3-row assembly, right?
Yeah, because next Thursday, that's where Teresa, Louise, and I will be.
They will be caught up to where all they're going to be doing next week is totally joining the rows, putting on the border. Am I correct? And the next pattern, I believe, because we're going to try to streamline these and move them forward so we can get some more knocked out. The next pattern we're going to go to, I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Was it the Wonderland?
Wonderland, yeah.
The next one we're going to do, it's going to kick off next week because this week was putting it together. Next week it's going to be the assembly and the border. And then you're going to set it aside and you're going to come to the table with your next quilt cut and ready to start. Once you get your border on this one, the girls are going to kick off block 1. I want to make sure I'm saying this. Are you going to assemble block 1 because you're going to have ample time to do so? Or do you want to just get the HSTs for 1 and 2 together? This one has a lot of HST.
Let's do HSTs first because
Okay. They'll get all the HSTs done on this one. So I'll have Joe drop that in the description box. Courtney Walsh will share on her page that we're going to do that. And we're going to work up to the HSTs.
and for those that I have an announcement, if you guys help me get up to 300, there will be a giveaway.
Where are we at now?
I will have to look because I haven't looked in a few days.
Let's see.
271.
271.
We need to get her up there.
We're going to do this. So what's your giveaway going to be? You got to give me an
It's one
idea.
of the quilts.
Do I?
It's one of the 3-yard quilts.
Okay. I'm probably going to miss the Wonderland since I'll be gone for 2 weeks with only hand sewing. That's okay, Amy.
That's
But
fine.
please, ladies, whenever you finish this, Amy, you know this is one that's in the books, so we can circle back and catch that.
Yeah.
But let me see. Joe, do we want to add to this giveaway?
And what?
I don't know. One of the dogs, one of the kids. Let me see. We'll do a gift card. You hit 300, and we will do a gift card. So you'll have to add that in. That way I don't have to pay shipping. Shipping's
Okay.
been killing me this month.
Well, you should be able to do it digital. Have them, you know.
Yep, all they got to do is, and then we're going to just flip it out there. But I don't see my swap partner in the chat right now, so she might have popped out.
She's here.
Oh, never mind then.
I see her. She didn't see her.
I didn't see her. Never mind, I was going to show you what I'm getting ready to pack up. Can't do that. I want her to be surprised. But last night while I was mindless sewing with Miss Courtney, I made a few extra items that's going to be hitting the box, and I was going to go ahead and mail it off today, but I didn't get it packed up. And I have to get some tissue paper. I want to make it really special for this lady. She does so much for so many, and she's just, I'm in awe of her. It's so much fun to see these. I'm telling you what, if I could live at the beach, girl, I would be there.
Okay. Katie, there is Louisa Marie swap group. And then my sweet treat was a quilt on tour group.
Yep.
I'll make sure I start adding them in my description box.
And Courtney and I was talking today a bit, and I was going to do a quilt, just a block a week that's going to run for 56 weeks because I knew what size I wanted it to be. But Courtney and I do so much together. So instead of us, and we have mostly the same subscriber base, I'd say, don't we?
I believe so.
We talked today a bit, and I think what we're going to do, if I've understood Courtney right, she'll do a block on her channel.
Yeah.
And her blocks will be FPP. So you're going to set that block aside, and then the following week you'll come over to my side of the house, and I'm going to show you a block. So you're going to put that in a bin or a bucket, and we're just going to alternate, and then in the end, I think what we're going to do, Court, let me know what you think. How cool would it be, you're going to like this, if we invited our subscribers to come sew it all together with us?
I would love that, because then I could put a face to the next.
Absolutely. So everybody that's joining in with that project, we will set it up that you guys can come just join us, and we'll sew it together as a group. So online, we could do it offline on Zoom, or we could go live with it, whatever they decide.
Yeah.
We would let the subscribers choose, but I think that would be cool. Can you repeat that? Somebody asked us to repeat. I think it's for you, babe.
Okay. Sweet treat. It was Quilt on Tour on Facebook, and then the other one was Lisa Marie crafting with Lisa Marie.
Yep. Lynn Bias, she just subscribed to you, dog. I'm actually walking into work. Have to catch you guys later. You're so inspirational. God love you, honey. I'm so glad you could join us, and I can't wait to see you. Someday we will meet up, whether it's at QuiltCon or something. You're in the zone of where we could possibly make that happen someday, and I would just love that. You take care, sweetheart, and God bless you. When will you guys start the 56 block thing? She kicked it off on her channel. She's already got 2 blocks. So if she becomes delayed 1 block. Which block is it?
I did the light breeze and the cloudy day. I also have a Facebook group you can put it in.
Right. And I've only did the snowballed corners. It's called Flower Power. And our blocks are all going to be different sizes. And it's going to be fun to see how they come together. So I've done 2 of these. I need to do 2 more. And this will make a full block when it's finished. But then what I'm also going to do is take my HSTs, because I got quite a bit of them, and I'm just going to make them into a windmill. So if you've got scrap fabric, you're just going to make your windmill. And you're going to need 4 of those. And trust me when I say this is going to come together so stinking darling. And you're not going to be disappointed. And it's just going to be fun. We're going to lay them out. We're calling it 56 weeks per se. But honestly, what do you think, Court? You think we can pull it off? I like it.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the link for Katie.
It's okay. You take your time, dog. But I'm going to do 4 of the windmills out of my HSTs. Yeah, I'm going to have to catch up too, Amy, because I haven't even done quartz. We just talked about it this morning. Instead of us both doing our own, let's just merge it, because we both have our same book, 1,000 block book. But we're also putting our own spin on it with our own block designs.
Yeah.
When will you guys be starting the blocks? What we're going to do is Courtney's going to put them all into a folder, and she's going to have them in a link. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
So
I will put the Google Doc onto my description box, and then I'll give her the Google Doc so that Papa can put that on her community tab.
So we're going to drop that on my community tab as well. So you're always going to be able to find it. I might even, the way I'm looking at YouTube, I can put a link there that's going to give me a drop down bar. So you're going to be able to just sew along. But I've got to get with Becca this week to see how to set that up. Courtney, can you share the link for the first one that you mentioned?
I just did.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to catch up, absolutely. Sandra K, bye, honey. You have a great day. And God bless you, Sandra K. I need to talk to her, too. So I have to give her a text.
The other thing is, we don't expect you to do it when we do it.
Nope.
If you need to take some time, take some time. This is just to, I can tell you, I'm still super behind on Tiffany's, and I'm just now catching up to finish hers.
Absolutely. Rome wasn't built in a day, and this is supposed to be fun.
It's about relaxing and being fun with it.
Right. And I just think it's going to be cool to see what everybody comes up with. Same pattern, but different ideas.
Yeah. And I put out my tips and tricks. Freezer paper is my main thing I love. You'll see it all the time.
Yeah, she does a lot of freezer paper. Have a good day, everyone. You too, sweetheart. Courtney, I'm already a member of the group. In fact, there is a video interview with the owner of that channel. You will find it on your YouTube files. I don't know what she's talking about. Katie, can you fill me in? It's in her YouTube files. I don't understand, Katie. Courtney, can you share the link for the first... Oh, for the sew-along that you're doing. The Sweet Treats or the other one. I think that's what she's talking about.
It's on Facebook, the Sweet Treat block. If you guys want that. She put it on there.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Well, dag Bernie, you didn't tell me. Not that I need any more projects.
I figured after this swap, I will probably take a break because we got our own so long to do.
Absolute. So
try to. This is reality to me. I dump it somewhere.
Absolute.
So I try to clean up one spot, it goes to the other. Tea with her.
Oh, got you. Okay, now I understand. So, I think something else fun You know, we're always looking for the next adventure, Courtney and I. You never know where we'll end up. But what else were we talking about doing? We're gonna do a podcast.
Yes. But we
So
don't have a name yet.
we're that's just something we're working on. So you're gonna have to listen for when we're gonna kick that off. So that should be sometime, I'm estimating. I would love to kick it off for the first of the year. Because
Yeah.
we've got so much UFOs, we've both got to clear off our plates to allow time for this.
Babies.
So we're thinking January.
Babies.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, we
I
could.
would like to wait till the kid is full in session. So I don't
Yeah.
have her coming in incorrect.
Yeah, but I think it would be cool. Joe's over here going, "Good job, girls. Good job."
Babies.
So
Yeah.
we'll fill you in on that as it's progressing. But we've got a lot of irons in the fire. Let me ask you guys in the chat. It's so fun to always get somebody else's ideas and opinions.
Yes.
Let me see if this happens to anybody else. Do you all see a lot of squirrels in your sewing room? Joe's looking at me like I done went mad. He doesn't have a clue what I'm talking about.
I know I don't see no damn squirrel.
He's looking around on the walls for squirrels. Every time I see someone's pattern,
We got some things we'd like to ask you guys.
it's kind of like, hey.
That didn't work.
I'm super squirrely too, Amy. Every time I'm on someone's channel, they hold up a pattern. I'm like, squirrel, I need that. Squirrel, I want to do this. So I started what Karen Brown said, and I got a notebook, and I'm writing them down, and I'm dating them. And once I finish a project, then if I think I got time on my plate to do another one, I'll flip through. I'm calling it my squirrel book. And 9 times out of 10, I liked it in the moment, but when I go back to it, I'm like, what was I thinking? So I was curious if it's everybody or is it just me, a squirrel thing.
I do that. And
Amy does
like you said
that.
about a notebook, I'd like to show this notebook. I found it at Walmart in 2018, but I don't know if it's out there still. But I love it because you pick what you're working on. You can check it off, project notes, and what project you're working on. The reason my name's up there is because I like to keep it to know who is it for. This one's being prepared by me and the date I started.
Good
And
job.
I try to date it when I finish it.
Absolute. Let me see.
Here. It shows right here, I finished it this date.
Way to go. Absolute. Let me see. I don't have a plan before I come into the sewing room. My brain skippers and scammers all over. I know, right? I could come up here in the morning just for a cup of coffee, and I'm standing at the door and I'm looking at the long arm thinking, what design can I put on that one? Then I look at my design wall and I'm like, okay, I've got this project I need to finish. Then I've got my koalas. That's going to be a long process because I'm just sewing them as I get time. I'm not in no hurry. But then I sit down and I flip on the YouTube. And as I'm going through, I'm like, oh, I like that. So I jot it down. Then I used to be really bad about, I printed everything, shot it to the printer because it's right next to Joe. He'd come up and he'd have a stack like this. Here's whatever you're doing. And then I'd look through it and I'd paper clip it and I'd put my notes on it and all this. And at the end of the year when I'm doing my clean out, guess what? They didn't suit me any longer. I have a dry erase board that has all my projects, my kits, my top that need quilted, which helps. Sometimes I get distracted by all the shiny objects. Absolutely. Amy, I've got the same thing on the back of our door that comes in and out. Keeps me organized. I've got it in my notepad on my phone. And I'm just like, it's like the next shiny thing. We want to do it. And I'm just like,
I gotta say, I have gnomes and they like to come and steal my rulers and rotary cutters. Like I have about 10 rotary cutters somewhere. No matter what, if I try to organize, they still keep stealing them and putting them somewhere else.
I make a block when I see someone make something and then it goes in my box, thinking I will get around to doing more of those someday. Then something else the next day and so on. I've learned to make an orphan block box, and I just was lucky enough I could send them to Beth, because I could have just thrown them together, honestly, and made a quilt and just made it a donation quilt, but she's going to get a couple out of what I've sent to add with everybody else's. And I do that too. I see something and I'm like, I'm going to make that block, or I'm going to do this. I'll make that block, put a post-it note on it, and stick it in the orphan block stack. I think we all got one of those boxes.
Yeah, I got it full. It's full.
I just love the squirrels. They're kind of fun, you know. Joe was looking at me like I done flipped my wig when I said, okay, who's got squirrels in their sewing room? And he's looking around and he's like, woman, are you all right?
We're all squirrely.
He says we're all squirrely. And he means it in a nice way.
No, he's squirrely. We're all squirrely.
He's meaning Court and I.
I am not.
Oh, you are sitting there teasing us. Only one Courtney. So how far did you get, babe? Are you starting your next project, or you?
Yeah, I got 2, 4, 6 more blocks to trim.
On the HSTs?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
When they made sure it's not so big. It's one of my favorite things.
Absolute. I hate waste. You could put those, you know me, we could make rope balls out of that. Always thinking of the next project.
Maybe, but no.
One day I may sew them all together to make a quilt. Absolutely. You never know what you're going to do. But I'm always, if I see Karen Brown's projects, I'm like, ooh, I like that. I want to do that. And then I'll go on to the next one. Ooh, I like that too. I think we all really do it.
Yeah. I know I do it because I have like 10, 15 projects unfinished because I'm like, I want to go this way or this way. And I have to hear my husband, why are you squirreling around in here?
Yeah, and that's exactly what it's called, squirreling. Joe had no clue. He's like, what?
And then it's bad enough that I have to ask my husband for thread color to a quilt. I'll tell you a story. I took him to a store. I made a block that I need some more fabric for. I handed him that block. 2 hours later, he's back in front of my car. Here you go. Dumps the whole bolts on me.
Oh my goodness.
That's how good of it is. I just have to hand him something and he'll go get you what you need.
Well, you can't beat that.
No. I use all the loose threads and tiny scraps for fillers for pin cushions and sew him.
They're so versatile. Look at all this. This is just orphan blocks. Teresa Louise is in the house. Joe or Courtney, can you add her?
I can't see her.
She's in the house. Hold on.
Add her.
Now we're really going to get this party started.
I thought it was about over.
Welcome to the house. Welcome home, babe.
Hey, I just wanted to come on for a minute. I saw you guys were still on. And give you an update of what's going on, if you don't mind.
Oh, we would love it. I'm worried to death about you.
Yeah, I'm a little worried too about with this fire and all that. Well, we ended up not going to town because they're going to have a fire meeting today at our local Forest Service, and I really want to go to that because from yesterday, within 24 hours, the fire jumped 4,000 acres.
Oh my God.
Because we had that big windstorm last night. So that didn't help anything. And I just did find out that even though they evacuated the little town up there called Evergreen, which is a really old mining town, but there's probably, I don't know, 20, 25 homes up there maybe. The fire did actually go around the town because of the fire breaks and all that they put in. So nobody's home was lost up there yet, but they did lose all of the camping places, campgrounds and stuff like that. So they have like a hot shot crew. I don't know what else to call it. Level 5 team on it. And, they're bringing in airplanes and helicopters and stuff like that. So anyway, so I'm sorry I couldn't join you earlier, but I just been running around like a chicken with my head cut off because I'm trying to get prepared
If they
to
evacuate.
evacuate if necessary. And if that, we're looking at maybe if the fire continues as it's going, we could 3 or 4 days.
That's not much.
That's not much. So anyway, yeah, so that's kind of what's going on here.
I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
My husband said he's not leaving the house. He feels pretty safe where we are because we have quite a few pastures around us where there's not a lot of trees. So fire breaks could be put in through those pastures,
Do you
So
have a way to put those in by yourselves, like a tractor or something?
yeah, our neighbor has a tractor. And plus I think the Forest Service would probably even do that. But a couple of years ago, we went up in our upper pasture and we trimmed all the trees up really high, took all the low hanging limbs off. So we're pretty good back in the back pasture, but we still, the grass is pretty high. The grass is like, 3
Right.
feet high. So you usually do a fire break in that case, or use a tractor or something to knock down the grass. But yeah, it's pretty scary. Fires are scary.
I understand.
Fires, tornadoes. I'm glad we don't have tornadoes around here.
No, absolutely. Amy C saying, "Hey Teresa, I pray you guys stay safe and your home is protected, and pray you maintain your physical strength." Absolutely. Everybody in the chat, I'm asking you to please pray and cover her and her husband in your prayers. This is quite scary for her and her community.
Yeah.
Will you touch base with me every day so I know you're okay?
Yeah. And I'll put updates in my community page and on Facebook too as things progress, because I don't want you guys to all sit there worrying, for us if we're okay. And so I'll try and do that. Our power did go off last night, and then we had internet for just a short period of time after that, and then it went off. And the power did come back on at 1 o'clock, but so I don't know. If you don't hear from me, don't worry too much. And I will try to maybe go down to the grocery store or the Forest Service where they have a different type of internet or cell phone service and see if I can get through that way. And I have your phone number, Donna. I can
just shoot me a text message because that will come through, and then
yeah.
I can send it through our group, and then everybody can push out information for you that you're okay or you've had to evacuate, so we all can keep updated.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan.
Just a touch base with me. I'll copy, paste, forward it on, and we'll all just purge that out.
Okay, sounds like
I'm a worry wart. I'll tell you, I'm a worry wart, so I will worry about you.
Okay.
I love watching you, and I don't want to lose you.
We're not going to lose her.
A lot of my viewers are worry warts, and I'm sorry I worry you guys. So I'll try and do, make sure, and if I'm able to communicate, I will.
Right.
Do you have
Absolutely.
power blocks?
If
What?
there's,
Power blocks. They are where you take your phone cord and plug it into a block that charges your phone for you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got all that stuff. Yep. So,
if you
and
need, if you
we
need
have a
anything,
generator, and
um,
so,
Teresa, please, if you need anything that we can all provide for you, all you need to do is let us know.
okay, thank
You've
you.
got a Joe, the fam, Michigan, also sad to hear all this. Miss Teresa. I don't, Jackie, Teresa, both prayers safe. Teresa, we worry so because we love you with all of our hearts. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you guys.
You mean the world to more of us than you know, doll.
I'll bring this up so I can see the chat. Yeah, so how are you girls doing? How's
Um,
your projects?
we're she is still on her HSTs, and I'm just letting you know you'll have 2 extra bonus blocks when you're done because the directions allow for extra blocks that you won't need.
Oh, those are pillows or
That's what I mean. That
something.
might be what they're thinking. And then see what you think. I didn't get to show you. I'm ready to just stream mine in. But I used mine all scrappy. And
Oh, that's pretty.
all of them's the same. I decorated all the trees the same. It's all just scraps. Multiple prayers from Miss Zake to Miss Teresa.
Hi, Zach.
So it's just,
Thank you.
but I've got mine ready to sew. I told everybody that you'll be with her next week. Look, good Lord willing. And then you girls are gonna kick this off with the HSTs if you are able to next week. While I'm away at retreat, we're gonna do the Wonderland.
Oh, okay.
So that's just gonna be a fun HST. So I'll take my fabric for that one with me, and then I might get time to cut it out.
Okay.
Just something. That way I'll be ready for you girls when I come back.
Sounds good.
Absolute. So we're hanging tight. Courtney and I are gonna do we were doing a block of the week, but what we've decided to do, because we have so many of the same subscribers, is she's gonna do one FPP. Am I saying it right? Block, and then the following week I'll do one. And I was gonna see if you wanted to come in and do one, and then Courtney will do one, and we'll just do a little quilt project. And at the end of it, we'll invite our subscribers to come sew with us. If they've joined in on the quilts, then they'll come with us and sew it all together.
Oh, that sounds like
Thing.
fun.
Retreat
Sounds like
sounds
fun.
fun.
Do you know
Hello,
what day?
Sean. Sean, Teresa Louise may have to evacuate, so keep her and her family in your prayers as well as her community. It's getting really bad out where she's at.
Do you know what day you're planning on doing that, Donna?
We're just in the works of talking about it. Courtney's already made 2 blocks, and she's already got hers released. She's gonna drop our stuff in. I don't know what is it called. A Google Doc. I don't understand. Yeah, she's gonna handle all the tech stuff. I'm just gonna produce a block here and there.
Okay.
And
Sounds good.
while we do send her the info, she'll drop it in this Google Doc. We both share it, and it'll be fun. So, how far are you now, kid? You still working? Yay!
That's where I'm now.
I'm keeping in my prayers, Miss Teresa, and your whole community. Absolutely. She really
Thank
needs
you,
it right now
Kelly.
more than ever. Absolutely.
So where are you at in the process there,
All
Courtney?
I've, all I've got to do is sew my rows together, and I'm caught up with, well, I'm ahead because I'm going to be away.
Right.
So I went ahead and worked ahead like we talked. And all I've got to do when I get back with you guys is I'll sew my rows together, put my border on, and then I'll join you back for sewing together the HSTs for the windmills.
Okay. And
I
Courtney's
just
still
finished these.
doing her. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, she's going to do it on hers while I'm away. And then if you want, when we get you back and get settled and straightened out, we can just channel hop. Share the love.
Yes.
I am keeping in my prayers, Miss Teresa. Absolutely. I'm making sure I'm not missing any of your prayers, though. But I think that'll be cool. Trying to figure out this one silly block. I must have it backwards somewhere.
Okay, friends. I'm going to have to go because I got to get ready for that meeting and all that stuff. But
All right, babe.
I just wanted to pop in and uh, show
I'm
you
glad.
my face.
Yeah, we want to see that pretty face.
And well, since I have you live, Donna, I just want to say thank you so much for that, for my quilt. I love it.
I'm
And
glad you do.
yeah, yes, yes. Oh, I took it downstairs, darn it. No, it's over here.
No, bless your heart.
No, it's right here. I found it. Here it is.
No, I'm glad you like it, baby.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much.
You mean the world to me more than you ever know, darling.
Well, this was awfully sweet of you. And
Honey, it's
first,
your quilt.
yes, first quilt that somebody has made for me
Aw. Well,
besides myself.
it's
So
always
that's
nice to make them for ourselves, but it's also nice to be thought of and loved.
yes, I will cherish it. Definitely.
Thank you.
So you girls have fun and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you everybody in the chat for all your prayers. I really do appreciate it. And I love you guys and we'll see you soon.
We love you,
Okay.
babe.
We love you.
Love you guys too. See you later.
All right, sweetheart, stay safe.
I will.
All right. I love that project you showed, Miss Donna. Thank you. Teresa, stay safe. We love you. Composure. Worried about my girl. Thank you, Donna, for being so wonderfully you. Thank you. So, gotta get my bearings.
Let's talk about the podcast and this girly.
Yeah, we talked about that, and we're looking at towards January. I'd like to kick that off. We're doing our quilt together. That's gonna be a fun one. We can label it friendship. That'll be the label for that one. I was gonna say Twisted Sisters, but I'm quite a bit older. We'd have to call it Granny.
The youngest one here.
So we'll call that one Friendship.
They want to. Mary wants to know what state she lives in.
Idaho.
Yeah, I thought so. I just couldn't.
So you guys, we're going to call it a wrap for today. I've got to get to packing and then get ready for my live at 4:30 with Kristen Hubert. We're just going to sit, sew, and chat. So, Teresa, Louise, as she checks in, touches base. We'll make sure we purge that information out, and I'll make sure Joe gets it out on my community tab as well.
And I will make sure to let you guys know. She'll let me know too, so that I'll keep pushing it out to you guys as well.
Yeah, I'm going to make a group chat right now and label it Teresa Louise, and that way she can hit one message and we all get.
Yeah, because we want you guys to know.
Twisted grannies. Wouldn't that be a hoot? But she's not a granny.
Work.
The sad part is she's a baby.
I'm only 32. With a 9-year-old.
My youngest granddaughters. Oh my God. I'll see you both soon. Take care, Sean. God bless you. Yes, Miss Donna by Teresa Louise, Donna and Courtney, and all my lovely quilting friends. Charlotte, what a wonderful gesture in gifting Teresa Louise the quilt. Absolutely. Well, we're going to wrap it up today. It's 1:30. We've been on an hour and a bit, and we'll talk to you guys soon. So I've got live at 4:30. What time's yours?
7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
And mine's 4:30 Eastern for about an hour and a bit. Twisted moms.
Yeah, I prefer friendship.
Yeah.
Because
So
we're actually all creating a friend in the world.
Yep.
Kindness to be stronger.
Yep. So we'll talk to you guys soon. If you're not busy tonight and you want to join Kristen and I, feel free to hop on over. It'll be a fun sit and chat. We don't have any projects in mind. We're just going to work on mindless sewing and chatting and catching up. The girl just got her first long arm, and OMG, I'm excited to hear all the details. I'm going in to get the juice on that. I'm excited for her.
Yes.
So I love a good sit and chat. So also, in case I've forgotten, if there's anybody you would like to see me interview, shoot me an email. I don't want to miss anybody. I'm booking now for November dates, and I like to stay ahead of the game. So let me know. You guys take care. God bless you, and we'll see you back in the next live. Goodbye, everyone. Take care.